Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph and I'm here today with Dion, and we're talking about altcoins that we are stocking up on to go higher. So I was watching a video on Altcoin Daily, and there was an excellent explanation about the fundamentals, about 6 coins that will explode in 2023. And so we're going to go over those coins, but I first want to ask Dion a question. Dion, what is your favorite altcoins that you love to trade and that you'd like to stock up on?
So the ones that I like, ADA, Solana. I know some people are not mad about it at the moment, but I still think it's a great project, Solana. Nia I like, Theta I like, Link, Matic and Sand are like my most popular ones.
So you got Solana, or ADA, Solana, Nia, Theta and Sand. Is that correct?
And Link and Matic.
Yeah, okay. For DCA, my favorite coin is the Cocos coin. I don't know if the fundamentals on Cocos is going to be so it can survive for 5 years, but definitely for a year or two. But just the volatility in that coin is just amazing. My second best coin in terms of optimization is actually the Sand coin. So that coin is just excellent for trading with the DCA bot. Okay, so let me tell you what is the coins that we reckon is going to be this is not for DCA, this is for buy and hold. The moment the RSI makes a dip to the downside, this is a time to buy those coins. Those coins are, the first one is Chainlink. The fundamentals on Chainlink to explode is the strongest of all the coins that's being analyzed. The second one is Cardano. The third one is Algorand. Okay. So Algorand, just to tell you, there's a list of coins that is ISO compliant. Okay, so ISO compliant in essence means this coin can be used by banks to transfer money between countries. Okay, so if you have a coin that's ISO compliant, is an incredible strong coin because that is slowly but surely replacing a lot of what's happening in a SWIFT system. You know, if you send money with SWIFT, and I've done it before, it's big fees, it takes a long time, it's a very slow process. But when you, for instance, use something like XRP to send money with, it's quick, it's cheap, it's very reliable, it's safe. And so banks are adopting more and more of their transfers between countries. They're adopting the ISO compliant cryptos. So just to give you an idea, some of the most famous ISO compliant coins are XLM, HBAR, IOTA, XDC, XRP, Algo and QNT. Right? But the coin that's probably going to explode the most in terms of ISO compliance coins is Algorand and XRP, the Ripple coin. Okay, and so that's why my first one is Chainlink, second one Cardano, third one is Algorand, fourth one is XRP, and then the strongest up and coming fundamentally strong crypto to build apps on and applications on, but they fairly new, is Polygon. But so many big partners and companies are becoming part of the Polygon coin. So Dion also had it as one of his favorite coins, is Matic. If you're on Binance, you'll see it's listed as Matic, but the name of the coin is Polygon. And then the sixth coin is Ethereum. So Ethereum, if you just, they got a list of fundamentals, how you evaluate the coin. Right now, Ethereum just took the #1 spot as the coin with the strongest fundamentals of all the coins on cryptocurrency, even stronger than Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin used to always have that #1 spot, but after this merge, there's a lot of things that change in Ethereum that makes it the coin with the strongest fundamentals. So if you would buy Link, Cardano, Algorand, XRP, Matic, and Ethereum, and you would just hold on to it, the chances that you're going to make more money than just buying BTC is very, very high. So that's the list that we're looking at. So Dion, what do you think about my list?
Great. I was close with a few of them. I didn't get all of them though. Yeah, XRP is a great coin. I don't know what's happening with that court case with them. We must maybe get some news on that. So some people are a bit worried, still concerned about that, but it's a great coin, and I know the banks love it. Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna listen to Altcoin Daily, and he's gonna go through the fundamentals why these coins are probably the best 6 altcoins to buy right now. But he's not looking from a technical point of view. He's not looking. Me and Dion look at volatility, and we're looking from a technical point of view which coins to trade. But this guy is 100% just looking from a fundamental viewpoint. That means you're going to buy the coin, you're going to be happy to hold onto it for 6 months or a year or 2 years. That's more the time frame that we're looking at. But I think even if you decide then to trade any of these coins without a stop loss, then at least on the long run your coin is going to go up into the profits. And that is a strategy. Not everybody likes it, but it is sometimes a good plan to trade without a stop loss and then just add more money into your position if the coin happened to fall. All right, so let's listen.
Okay, let's jump in, starting with coin number 6 on today's list. It has the biggest network effect for a reason, Ethereum. The reason ETH makes our list at number 6 today is because ETH, compared to all the other major blockchains, still has the most developers, the most apps, and the most activity on the network. So even though other chains may have more bells and whistles, may be a little faster, Ethereum still has the best fundamentals, and I'll show you. The reason a coin would go up in value is if it's actually being used. And the more dApps built on these networks, the more you need to hold the coin to develop, use as gas. So looking at the top blockchain dApps right now, for all of these chains, we can see number 1 goes to Uniswap, Ethereum's main DEX. That's the most used dApp in the world right now on Ethereum. Number 2, PancakeSwap, in this case BNB wins. Number 3, Curve, that's on Ethereum. Number 4, Polygon Proof of Stake Bridge on Ethereum. Number 5, Uniswap version 2, Ethereum. 0x on Ethereum, Compound on Ethereum, whatever this is on Ethereum, 1inch on Ethereum, etc., etc. You get the point. Out of the top 10, out of all these blockchains in existence, Ethereum's killing it. And what that means to you and me as investors, especially since the merge, supply and circulation has gone way down. I love this chart. This is ETH supply since the merge. This gray line represents the old proof of work ETH. This orange line represents Bitcoin's inflation every year, coming in around 1.72%. And then this blue line represents ETH post-merge, so much less supply coming into the ecosystem. Almost deflationary. And this is during a bear market. Usage for all blockchains is way down right now, but over these next few years, as DeFi, NFTs, Web3 continue to grow bigger, Ethereum will continue to get stronger based on the building. So ETH comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 on today's list is Polygon, and let me share with you why. First off, what is Polygon? Polygon is a layer 2 scaling solution for ETH, a way to enjoy the benefits of Ethereum without the infamous gas fees that hurt its users. But the reason that Matic makes our list today is because even through the bear market, Polygon is still seeing outrageous growth in leadership and adoption. For example, major players in Web 2 are coming into Web 3 and joining Polygon. Former EA exec Michael Blank on joining Polygon Studios and the promise of blockchain gaming. And he's not the only one. Earlier this year, YouTube's head of gaming leaves YouTube to join blockchain group Polygon. And of course, we're seeing major entities build on the network. Robinhood just debuted a new non-custodial crypto wallet on the Polygon network. It's in beta testing. And of course, as we reported the other day, both Facebook and Instagram users can now issue NFTs on the Ethereum Flow and Polygon network. That'll be a ton of daily active users coming on to Polygon. And next up, coming in at coin number 4, and then a different one of coin number 3, a few coins off of the ISO 20022 compliant crypto list. So what does this mean? What is ISO 20022 and which cryptos are on the list? So here's the definition, and just understand these are protocols that are used for bank communication, and this definition is sort of technical, but ISO 20022 protocol is a standard for electronic data interchange between financial services in the payments industry. It's based on DLT, distributed ledger technology, and uses ISO 20022 as a messaging mechanism. So this is a regulatory framework that the traditional financial system has deemed okay. Banks worldwide have already committed to this worldwide regulatory framework, which backs both SWIFT and the Federal Reserve. And as we move towards this new quantum financial system, any third party that wants to interact with banks must be able to use the ISO 20022 format. So as regulation for cryptocurrency becomes more prevalent this year and years to come, this is what the traditional system has deemed okay with them. Banks and financial institutions worldwide are entering a new era as they gear up to switch their payment systems from using SWIFT messages to now ISO 20022, a much more structured and data-rich financial messaging standard. By 2025, ISO will be the global standard for high or large value payment systems in all reserve currencies, and it will handle 80% of transactions and 87% of transaction value globally. So regulation is the trend, and usually the trend is your friend. So we would be remiss not to include some of these ISO compliant cryptocurrencies. And they are, as of now, Stellar, HBAR, IOTA, XDC, Ripple, Algorand, and Quant. Each of these cryptos was developed to make global transactions more accessible, and because of this, they could comply with the ISO 20022 standard more quickly. Now, obviously, this is just the start, because, however, as more cryptos do not want to be left out of the worldwide payment sector and move towards ISO compliancy, this list will only expand. Also, by the way, just because you're on this list doesn't make it a good coin. Just because they follow ISO 20022 compliancy doesn't necessarily mean they're a suitable investment. Okay, so what this means to you as an investor, as SWIFT, the Bank of England, the Fed, as all these major entities start transferring value globally on these ISO compliant networks. Let's keep tabs on this list. For today, if I had to name coins that I like, I would choose off of this list. Number one, I like Algorand, and Algorand is that blue chip L1 on this list, in my opinion. As for a second option, I might just choose XRP, even though I'm not a long-term fundamental believer. I think they are accomplishing more than, some of these others. Also, if they win the case against the SEC, might be a good trade. Anyway, that's me. Comment down below which ISO compliant coins you like. Making our list at number 2, Cardano, and let me share with you why. This is founder Charles Hoskinson speaking at Mainnet 2022, a conference, on what everybody gets wrong about Cardano. We know that the network has some of the best technology, peer-reviewed papers. We know that Cardano has a huge grassroots community. But as for what's coming next, now that the Vasil hard fork is complete, listen to Charles Hoskinson explain what to expect in 2023 and beyond. He'll talk about NFTs, he'll talk about Hydra, he'll talk about people getting Cardano tattoos on their arms. 3-minute clip, watch this.
But again, my question is, what does success look like from an end usage on the platform?
Well, you got a vendor outside, World Mobile. They're literally building an ISP that's launching this year on Cardano's network with 2 million users. That's success. We're creating a micro ISP.
Let's talk about those, right? That's
Sure.
launching later this year. Anything else in the meantime?
Sure. You have that. You have 10 plus DEXs on Cardano, from Sunday Swap to Wing Riders. Some are quite innovative, like Wing Riders is actually a hybrid that it runs on an Ethereum sidechain of Cardano with a bridge to Ethereum to bring a stable coin in. By the way, that's the only hack I've ever lost money in, because Nomad was hacked, and I think I lost some coins there. But they run. There's MinSwap, Mina. JED is a stable coin that Cody's launching. It's an over-reserved algorithmic stable coin that's on, and I argue much better design than Luna. You got oracles that are in the system that people are developing. Orbis is doing a whole roll-up solution for the system. We have great partnerships around, like WanChain's building a bridge to Cardano. It's a rich and vibrant ecosystem. What I'm tired about is people saying it's a ghost chain. It's like, just go to Cardano Cube and look at the damn list, and there's so many dApps that are there. We have a huge NFT ecosystem. Over 5 million native assets have been launched on Cardano. So we have a great ecosystem in that respect, and we can't be everything to everyone, but I'm pretty happy when you have Snoop Dogg's son doing Claymates on the system. I'm pretty happy when you have major financial institutions say, hey, how do we get involved and support Cardano and do something? A lot of Swiss banks are doing. I'm pretty happy when you've got guys launching internet balloons in Zanzibar and they find use and utility inside the ecosystem. That's where we're at today in a bear market. And the key is, can we keep evolving and keep adding and keep getting more functionality? The other thing is the co-evolution of the technology. So we have a technology called Hydra. It's like a state channel system we've been building. This is a product where we get to co-build it with dApp developers. So every 2 weeks there's a release cycle. Many of the dApp developers want it for scale because they want to do a lot of stuff off-chain. So they come and give us requests and as a development group, and we satisfy that and makes their apps better. That's a vibrant ecosystem, and it's growing exponentially. And I don't care if it's 10 or 15 or 20. What I care about is, what is that metric of growth? Where is it going to be in 3 years or 5 years? And when I look at everything from the amount of users on chain to the amount of delegated stake to the amount of transactions, which you guys record on your own framework, the amount of value being moved, everything actually is growing on Cardano at a pretty nice rate. Meanwhile, we keep what we have. People don't leave if they've tattooed the logo on their body and named their kid Ada and these types of things. They're just not going to leave. So you keep what you have, you keep growing, you keep getting more capabilities, and every time you do it, you leave no one behind because you have backwards compatibility with what they've built in the past, which was Satoshi's point. If you're going, everything in Bitcoin works the same way as it worked January 3rd of 2009. Similarly, everything on Cardano works exactly the same way for a user who did something in 2017. But there's just new stuff for new users to use if they choose to do that.
Okay. Give me your thoughts on Cardano down below. But coming in at coin number 1 of coins to watch in 2023 is Chainlink. And we'll go over the stats in a second. But as this channel reported to you the other day, speaking of adoption, Swift has just partnered with crypto data provider Chainlink on a cross-chain protocol, TradFi Play. Now, why did they do this? Well, interest from institutional investors moving into crypto has been undeniable, says Swift's strategy director, and to do this, they chose Chainlink. So Swift is now working with Chainlink on a cross-chain interoperability protocol, CCIP, in an initial proof of concept. CCIP will enable Swift messages to instruct on-chain token transfers, helping the interbank network to be able to communicate across all blockchain environments. The partnership between Chainlink and Swift in cross-chain interoperability will help bridge the gap between traditional and digital assets for TradFi institutions. And now looking at the metrics, which just got released for this last quarter, in Q3 2022, the Chainlink ecosystem expanded to now over 1,500 plus projects across 15 different blockchains. Key milestones: over 6.18 trillion transaction value enabled in 2022, 4.2 billion plus data points delivered on chain, over 8 million randomness requests served, as well as 15,000 plus GitHub repos using Chainlink.
Hey, awesome, Dion. Thank you. I like that. There was a 3-minute clip in this about, that Charles was talking about the prospects of Cardano. So I think we mustn't underestimate Cardano. I think Cardano is going to really soar. If everything that Charles says is going to happen, then that Cardano might move up to the number 1 coin and might even be better than Chainlink. Now, the only reason why they don't want to put Cardano as the number 1 coin is just because the expectation is the whole time that Cardano is going to go up and then it just doesn't, it's just a little bit slower than we expected it to be. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's because he's doing everything right from the ground up. So it's just taking time.
Awesome. Well, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow again. Have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you, Dion.
Great, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers, eh?